If you haven't seen Modern Family, then I'm sorry, we cannot be friends. And if you have not seen Sofia Vergara in Griselda, then you are truly missing out. I do not make the rules. Oh wait, I actually do. So you need to go watch it now because she is absolutely phenomenal and hilarious, if I'm being honest. When I saw that Architectural Digest launch their home tour with Sofia Vergara, let me tell you how much restraint that I had to have to not watch this so I could get a full blind react for all of you. It was hard. I'm gonna be honest, I saw a few of the photos and a quick clip on TikTok, and that's it. Welcome back to my channel. If you've not seen my videos before, I'm Phoenix Gray, aka Design Daddy, and this channel is all about interior design. Regardless if you're renting or owning, I'm here to help. Once again, as this is needed, this video is purely for entertainment purposes only. If I end up hating this, remember, this is just my professional opinion. It does not reflect Sofia Vergara or the designers themselves, but let's get into it. Okay. I love her. I'm so excited for this.
This is my dining room, my formal dining room. It's one of my favorite rooms in the house, definitely because of the detail. It is amazing. I love to collect china. One of the most important things in entertaining is putting a lot of effort in the details, making people feel like they're eating something special, looking at something beautiful. And I think that china is what helps me achieve that. And this is only the beginning. I have more.
Her like sinister, I have more. It's fucking hilarious. Let me just say, I love the color coordination for this entire dining room. I love that the tapestry colors are picked up in the dining chairs. I love that the arches are actually continued and they're mirrored silhouettes from the pathway through the room, as well as the actual arched cabinets, which are mirrored, which I think is really beautiful. The details are very subtle, very clean, very elegant. I also really appreciate that the designer did that hand custom piece on the ceiling. You have seen my videos before. I have talked about the ceiling is that fifth wall that is so underutilized. This is the perfect opportunity to really make a space come alive. And I think they did a really great job. It's not my personal taste, but you know what? I think it works really well with her. And I love that she is a big entertainer. So Sofia, if you see this, I'm waiting for my dinner invitation. I will be there immediately.
Another super important room is the kitchen. I'm Latin, so we love entertaining with a lot of food, a lot of friends, and we're always here. I love the counter, the white onyx. This magnificent stove is La Cornue. I don't know anything at all about it because I do not cook. Here it is. I only care that it looks amazing.
I only care that it looks amazing. You are a vision of my true heart. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. This is probably one of the first realistic celebrity homes where she's like, yeah, this is my beautiful kitchen. I do not cook. Like every other celebrity home that I've reviewed has been like, this is my incredible kitchen. I love to cook here. And like, no, you don't. You are rich enough to have a personal at-home chef and a team of people cooking for you. You have not touched a dish. But now that we get into the kitchen, let's talk about the overall design. The white onyx is an incredibly beautiful natural stone. The only issue with it is that it is so delicate. It is more delicate and more fragile than marble. So it's going to etch, stain, and show so many more imperfections than most natural stones would. It is typically not something I would choose for a kitchen countertop because it is so porous and delicate. You can get it wrapped to actually protect it, as I've talked about in one of my previous videos before that I have included in a lot of my clients' renovations. But because of that, it's still something I would avoid. The kitchen itself isn't anything overly exciting. It's quite lackluster in my opinion. The one biggest detail that I personally do not like about it is that the hinges are on the outside of the cabinets. This is something I would never recommend because it adds so much extra visual detail to the space itself. Since there's already that level of dimension and detail in these shaker detailed cabinets, and you have the pulls, and you have the hardware, having this hardware for the cabinets on the outside really makes it look super busy, and in my opinion is not something I would actually want to include. The La Cornue stove is absolutely incredible. They will cost you probably a mortgage payment, or actually a few months mortgage payments, if we're being honest. An incredible feature to the kitchen, which is the standalone piece. I love the view looking out, but honestly, I'm not overly thrilled about it. It's good, it has all the details to it, but there's a lot of very specific details, like I mentioned, that I would have not included to make it look a little bit more clean.
Here we are at the family room, and way in the back is the formal living room. I love it because they all open to the backyard, which is my favorite thing about the house. I kind of like started collecting crystal birds because I love birds and I love crystals.
I like birds and I like crystals. You put them together, you have crystal birds and you just collect them. I don't know how I feel about it. I think they're hilarious. I think they're really cute. But I mean, everyone has their own idea of a collection that they really like. This is hers clearly, and I'm gonna let her have it. I only see a few of them here, but I can only assume there's going to be more. I love the architectural details of this living room and then the formal family room that they have set up across the back stretch of this house. I also love the detail of that vestibule from the second floor that can look down into both the areas. I think is stunning, especially for someone who enjoys entertaining. This is fantastic. It's very Spanish style. It looks like the walls could have almost a plaster finish to them that I think would have added a little bit more kind of warmth and texture as well as dimension to the space, because otherwise there's a lot of like really plain whites, some baby blues that are picked up from the other little elements, which can be appreciated because there's that color coordination throughout, but it still comes off very flat in my opinion. We need that extra level of detail with that texture in here.
My whole life, one of my, how Americans say, bucket list, it was to own anything that I could afford from Fernando Botero, one of the most amazing, prolific artists in Colombia. Last year I got the real one. Here it is.
That makes me so happy. To have that goal in life of younger and falling in love with an artist and their piece and being able to actually get an original one, that is probably one of the biggest accomplishments that anyone can have in their life. And that makes me so, fucking happy that she's able to do that and collect these pieces that she's loved her entire life. Like that is truly something special.
Is where happiness lives, the bar. What do you want?
Her energy is so like influential. Like it makes me so happy just walking, like following her around as she's like talking. The bar is a little underwhelming. It's nothing like overly special. I think it still is really cute. I love these extra ornate details that are picked up throughout the house that is also incorporated into this built-in bar. I would have wanted to make this almost as its standalone piece because she's so excited about this bar. So I feel like this could have been its own feature and have it open. But nonetheless, it has everything you need and I will take a gin and tonic, thank you.
So when I found this house, it was horrific. It was like a castle in Transylvania. But when I walked outside and I saw this garden, I knew this is where I wanted to live. This outdoor area is an extension of the house, which is to me the most special place in the house.
I just love these houses in Los Angeles because they are so outdoor focused because the weather is so beautiful all the time that you can really allow this outdoor space to become so beautiful, so livable, and so entertaining. I think these arches and the details of this entire back veranda are so beautiful. They really allow you to feel like you're in a more intimate and cozy space versus having just one straight line over top. Once again, talking about like that dining room, bringing this level of detail into your ceiling in any room, indoor and outdoor, is such an incredible factor. I love the details of these nice, beautiful lantern lights, a lot of this black detail that is repeated throughout, even these beautiful long, what looks like linen curtains all across the edge. Could you imagine? Party, it's got this beautiful breeze, they have all these candle lights in this backyard, and then these linen curtains are just blowing in the wind. Like, this is straight out of a romance novel, and I am so into it.
Well, and this is You know what this is, where the good times happen, all the sleeping.
I love that this was her introduction into the bedroom. You know what this is, with this suggestive, like, sexy smirk and just looking into the camera. Another reason why I love her. She's just like, this energy is just jokes all around, and I think it's really good. So let's see all the details of this bedroom if it matches up to the hype.
It's a lot of light that comes in the morning. It's perfect. I feel comfortable. I feel sexy.
I personally would not feel sexy in this bedroom, but honestly, like, Sofia Vergara would be sexy in any space, regardless if it's a bedroom or not. Colors work, you know, I like the kind of like gold accents. That fireplace is beautiful. The armchairs are giving like coastal grandma, and the furniture set, like the armoire and the dresser, look like they kind of came from a big box store, which doesn't do it for me. I'm sure she already has like a beautiful closet, but like these extra pieces that are put into the bedroom don't really do much in terms of the design and making it feel like cozy. Once again, everyone has their own interpretation of what cozy looks and feels like. This doesn't do it for me, but these architectural details that are brought up in the headboard. Also, note, this is a bed with a headboard. All the other Architectural Digest reviews we've done, these celebrities do not have headboards, which kind of like makes me question things, but you know, she gets a point for that. The details of the fireplace, once again, the arches of these doorways are phenomenal. Like the architectural details through this house have been spot on.
We don't need anything else.
Now that we've just kind of paused and looked at this just furthers my point to why I do not like these dresser sets, because they are also distressed. They are probably antique, I will give them that, but they kind of cheapen the overall look of this more like high-end home that has this Spanish flair style to it. That fireplace is stunning, by the way. That marble mantelpiece is beautiful. It pairs so well with the chevron floors, which are another really incredible feature.
The bed is all perfect and I don't want to ruin it during the day. So what I do is that I ruin all this and I lay down here.
An absolute vibe, because I also feel the same way. I'm one of those weird people that perfectly make my bed every single day and it's styled really nicely. And if someone were to sit on it or ruin it, it kind of like irks me a little bit. So if I had enough room to have my own like sitting room that I could mess up, I'd be in there as well.
This arch is amazing. This is definitely the most beautiful bathroom I have in the house.
I would love to have a bathtub that I personally fit in to begin with, but I think the bathroom is kind of, once again, underwhelming. It works really well with this Spanish flared home. The detail for the flooring tile, I will give them points for that. The view from the bathtub and all that natural light coming in is another really fantastic feature. The arch, which is carried throughout this entire home, especially with the vaulted ceilings, works really well, but we didn't really look at much of the details for the bathroom, so I can't really speak too much to that, but not a huge fan.
This is where I actually really live, in my closet. This is where I spend most of my time. This is like a girl's dream. I try to keep it as organized as you see it, but sometimes it is hard. You know how girls are.
Organized but always late. Would you rather have me beautiful and late, or ugly and on time? Honestly, that's the memento to go with here. I think this closet is done really beautiful. Like, it looks like a showroom. I can really appreciate from an OCD perspective that everything is color organized, the bags, the clothes. Her collection of heels though, holy fuck. I want to know how many she has, because I bet you like, she is also like a lady. I know it's kind of sexist to say, but like, I think heels on women are so beautiful. They're so sexy. And that's all she ever wears all the time. I also don't know how tall she actually is, but I feel like, you know, that's maybe why she also wears like the 6-inch heels. But that is literally a closet of dreams. Not my dream, because I think it's a little bit too whitewashed in the overall design. But you know what? The clothing and everything in there speak to the colors and how it's organized, so I can appreciate that as well.
This picture, it was when I was young. and fresh.
Babe, you are still young and fresh. Like, look how beautiful you are. I also don't know how old she is, but she looks fucking fantastic for her age.
She looks 25.
Shit, 20, yeah. Like, oh my God. Like, you are a babe, come on.
Bye, AD, thank you for coming.
I think she's so much fun. Oh, you know what? I feel like this house is definitely a reflection of who she is as a person, which once again is very rare for any celebrity homes. Most of the time they're so like far out of touch. I can appreciate that this also felt staged with her own stuff. Like AD did not come in here and like throw a bowl of limes and a random like floral accessory somewhere that made no sense. This felt like it was truly her, which is also bonus points. Overall, once again, not my personal style. I'm gonna give it a good, 7 out of 10 in my opinion. I think there was a lot of really beautiful features. Most of these beautiful features came from these architectural details that were married throughout the entire landscape of the interior and exterior of this home. So I want to give the architect as well as the designer who did those details extra props because I think they did a really great job. I know I had a lot of you commenting on my previous AD review to do Sofia Vergara's home, and honestly, I am not disappointed. I think this is a super cool home. I love her. Please, I just want to be friends. I feel like I'd just be laughing all the time hanging out in her presence. As always, thanks for watching, and that's all for today. Be sure to like this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and you can always follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Mr. Phoenix Gray, because I know you better subscribe to this channel because Daddy says so. Honestly, who doesn't love a good laugh? I have so many good videos coming up, so make sure you're subscribed. Remember, if you're ever second guessing yourself, just ask, what would Design Daddy do? Just like that. Oh, that one was fun.